At some point, most people reach this conclusion: I'm just lazy. Not as an insult, as a diagnosis. You look at the unfinished work, the delayed projects, the things you meant to do, and laziness feels like the only explanation that fits. But let me say this clearly: if procrastination were laziness, it wouldn't hurt this much. Lazy people don't feel guilt, they don't feel frustration, they don't lie awake thinking about the work they're avoiding. If procrastination were laziness, you wouldn't be here looking for answers. So let's start somewhere more accurate. Laziness is indifference. Procrastination is conflict. That difference matters. You don't procrastinate equally on everything. You procrastinate selectively. You delay the email that matters, the project with high stakes, the work that feels connected to your future or your identity. Lazy people don't do that. They simply don't care. Procrastination, on the other hand, shows up when you care deeply, and something about starting feels uncomfortable or risky or overwhelming. Calling that laziness doesn't explain it, it hides it. Here's the reframe that I hope will change this for you. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's protection. Protection doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like scrolling, tidying, rechecking email, promising you'll start later. Your brain isn't trying to sabotage you. It's trying to keep you safe from something it perceives as a threat. Not physical danger, but emotional or maybe cognitive or identity-based. Your brain's first job isn't productivity, it's safety. And when starting feels unsafe, avoidance becomes the strategy. This happens faster than conscious thought. Under pressure, your nervous system shifts into protection mode. Threat detection increases. Risk tolerance drops. Initiation shuts down. Your brain stops asking what's the best thing to do long term and starts asking what reduces discomfort right now. Avoidance provides short-term relief, not because you're weak, but because your system is doing what it evolved to do. This is why procrastination feels automatic. It happens without you choosing it. It's happening for you, not to you. In practice, procrastination usually protects you in one of three ways. First, protection from failure. If I don't start, I can't fail. If I don't try, I don't have to face the result. Second, protection from judgment. Other people's expectations, your own internal standards, the fear of being seen doing it imperfectly. Third, protection from overload. Too many open loops, too many decisions, too much mental load. Avoidance reduces discomfort in the short term. That doesn't make it productive, but it does make it understandable. Here's the cruel irony. When procrastination shows up, most people respond with self-attack. I'm lazy. I should be better than this. Why can't I just do it? But criticism increases threat. An increased threat strengthens protection. So you end up trying to shame a nervous system into feeling safe, and that just doesn't work. The harder you judge yourself, the more your system retreats, and procrastination tightens its grip. This is where the momentum reset perspective comes in. We don't ask, how do I force myself to do this? We ask, what is this procrastination trying to protect me from? That question alone changes the relationship. Procrastination stops being an enemy. It becomes a signal that something feels like it's too much. And once you work with that signal, instead of fighting it, the pressure drops. Safety increases. Momentum becomes possible again. When you stop labeling yourself as lazy, something subtle happens. You stop escalating the pressure. You stop turning work into a threat. You stop fighting yourself. Curiosity replaces judgment, and protection begins to soften. Not because you've fixed yourself, but because you've stopped attacking the system that's trying to help you. Safety precedes momentum, always. So instead of asking, why can't I just do this? Try asking, what feels unsafe about starting this? Not to analyse endlessly, just to notice. Often the answer is simple. It feels too big, or the expectations feel heavy, or you don't know where to begin. That awareness is enough to change your next move. So I want you to hear this. You are not lazy. You're just protecting yourself. And once you understand that, procrastination loses much of its power. If this resonated, you might want to watch the companion video, Why You Procrastinate Even When You Care, which is up here or linked in the description. And if you want a structured way to reduce pressure and rebuild momentum without force, the momentum reset method is linked below. I want to leave you with one question. What might your procrastination be protecting you from right now? Sometimes answering that is the real beginning.